Hey everyone, welcome back to the new episode. Um, Today we'll be doing a little more innovative things on the UI side. Before that, let's see what we did in the last episodes. A quick recap of where we are and what we'll be doing in this specific episode. So as you can see in the screen over here, so what we did in the previous episodes was we were able to run news APIs and we were able to get those things on the UI. So you can see a header here and you are able to see few of the news that's coming in from the API feed directly. So in this episode, what we will try to do is we will implement a new feature, which will be search bar. So yes, today we'll be adding a search bar, and there'll be a few features that we'll be adding in the search bar. For example, whenever I tell you about adding a search bar, right, there'll be changes in the front end as you can see in the screen, and if I enter anything on the search bar, I should be able to get those results. So for that, what I would be doing is I'll be integrating an API in the backend where I'll be fetching the topic that I've entered and I'll be showing the results on the UI. If you see now, we are just showing a generic search. There is no actual keyword that we are adding. So in this episode, we'll be adding a new feature called search, and let's see how that goes in. So in the interest of time, what I've done is I've created a new branch called episode 4, where while referring to the GitHub, which I'll be sharing in the description, you will be able to see the changes that we are making in this episode. So let me do one thing. I was talking about the search bar, right? So to implement a search bar, obviously we need a search component. So let us create a new component here. So I'll be creating a new folder here called components. So where it will be little more cleaner. So I'll be adding a search bar.txt here. So that is done. So let us just add a UI component for this where it will have a search integration. So what I will do is I'll just add a search component over here. So this is what a search bar looks like. So what I've done here is it's just a normal code that's written over there where you see a div and there is an input text box where you'll be seeing a placeholder for a text box where you'll be able to input few information. So this is a placeholder, and I've just added a few class where it'll have a border and it looks little good on the UI perspective. And I'm adding a button over here where on click of a button you will be able to get these input details and we'll see what can be done going on. So now that I've added a search bar here, I'll not be able to see that in the UI because I've not added that in a UI component. So for that, let me do one thing. Let me import a search bar in my page.txt. As I was telling, this is where all the UI component would be. Let me add a search bar here. So in load news, you see a component or a function load news here, right? This is where I'll be trying to add that component. So let me do this real quick. Um, Let me change this load news function where it can try to take the new feature that we have added. So loading, let me comment this for now. This is not for the moment. Maybe at a later point of time I can add that loading page. Okay, there you go. Let me format this a little. So format document, let me go back on what we did. This is a function that we updated. So I've just added, let me do one thing. I'll not hard code anything here. Let it be a string. Okay. So I'm taking a topic over here. I'm getting a JSON response. I'm setting an article here. So that is what this does. And I need to add a search bar too in my UI. So let me go to the UI component. Where do I add this? Let me add it over here. It's not fetch news, it's load news. Okay, fine. It should be good now. Okay, we format the document. Okay, I think we are good. We are having a search bar over here, and let me run this and see what it does. Let me open a new terminal. There is one already running. Let me refresh the page. Okay, it refreshed itself. So if you see, I'm able to see the search box over here, and there is a button that we added recently. So let me do one thing. Let me search for Tesla. See how it looks. Obviously, I've not added my loading bar, so that's for another time. But let's see what it looks. See, it is giving me an object, or it is giving me a response which is for Tesla, or the search that I did for. So that's the change that I wanted to do. And if you see here, there is no support for an enter key. If I type AI and enter, if you see below here, it's not running anything. So let me add a enter key support also. That is very crucial for any of the apps that we run, right? So let me do a real quick thing. So I'll have to change the input field for a search bar that I have. So let me go back to the search bar. So let me change that input so that it can take up my enter. So this is what it looks like. This is what I've changed. I've just changed an input where I'll be able to get that enter key. This is what on key down event that I've added. Let us go back and see if I type AI and enter. See, there was a call that was made here. Excuse me. And you're able to see these responses over here. Okay, that was real quick. Let me go to the next one. Um, let me do it a little more interesting. Let me set a topic over here. So I'll have to show because I've typed AI, but I don't know if I've actually or this is actually search for the text that I've typed in, right? So let me do a one thing real quick. So let me add a state in my page.tsx. TSX. Where is this page? Okay, here. Let me add a state. For example, let's assume it's by default it's artificial intelligence. There is a topic, and in my load news, let me do this. Let me add this over here. Set topic. So I'm setting a topic for my news, and let me add a UI component also for this so that it looks a little cleaner. So let me add below search bar and see how it looks. If it's not looking nice, we can go ahead and change it. So what I've done here is I've just added a new component for the latest news. So it will be showing me a topic. By default, it is artificial intelligence. Anyways, let me go back and search for here Tesla. Enter. Okay, I'm able to see the latest news over here, and I'm able to see the responses also. Okay, this looks little cleaner. UI elements, we can take it up at a later point of time. Um, Let me do one thing. Let me add a trending topics over here so that I can click and I can get those results a little quickly. So for that, what I would do is I'll be adding a div again because it's just a UI change that I'll be doing. So just below the search bar, let us try to add that div and see what it does. So just below the search bar, let me add this. Oops, not here in the page where I'm showing the latest news. Maybe here I will try to add a component and see how it looks. Let me format this, go back. So just to give you a quick overview, what I've done over here is I've added a div here. So what this div does is it will be giving me an option where these are the recent or the trending topics that I assume, and I've added this. So you can click this and get these topics in the results. So this is how it looks. Okay, it looks nice. Okay, this is how it looks. Let me click on OpenAI. So what happens is, if you see here, the latest news got changed. Maybe I can move it little down or in the next one so that it looks better. So this is what it does. Let me do that right away. So let me take this guy out and I'll be adding him just below this. So it looks little cleaner. Okay, this looks little cleaner. So fine. So this is what it looks. And yeah, I think this is what I wanted to explain you or show you for this episode, where I've added a search bar and I'm able to call that search service. And this is making an API call, and I'm able to change the fetch news. I go back for load news, whatever you see here. I've just started a topic here where it takes a topic from the search bar and it gives me the response. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next episode. Thank you all. Bye bye.